Welcome back. So welcome to another monster spotlight. I haven't done these in, actually I always say this every single video, it's like I haven't done something in a long time, but we're back to doing monster spotlights. Kind of going down the queue. Some people kind of changed their monsters, and I kind of went down and found two people who still have their monsters that they wanted me to spotlight as their rep. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Dark Arthur. I have two people with the Dark Arthur here. One is Leondevant and the other is Freddie. So Dark Arthur is a HP aggressor. He's basically, you could say he's stronger than Dark Miho with his first skill. His second skill is actually pretty good too. It doesn't do like 100% sap. It's not as effective in PvP. But I think most of the time, like if you're using like a Dark Aggressor, especially now in the current meta, a lot of people use him more for their first skill, and he does have a higher HP pool, so I think he hits harder. Yes, and he is a Nat 5, so like he's also tankier as well. I think Super Evolved Miho does have very good stats as well. I think about 2 patches ago they buffed his stats, just so they can make him like a little bit stronger than the Dark Miho, so like the Miho isn't too OP. But yeah, that means the Dark Arthur will do quite a lot of damage. So we're gonna start with I guess we'll start with Leon. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use their leader skill, because their leader skill is only usable in dungeons, and it's a Nat 5 with the leader skill. So we're gonna try this out. It's a 40% lead. I think if you have a higher lead, it goes up to 45%, which is quite a lot. Like if you have a variant Arthur for your dungeons, it just makes your whole team super tanky. So we're gonna go in with just a light healer, just so everybody can stay alive, and we're just basically going to be going in to test out his damage. We'll use a bar booster so he can get his bar full faster, so we can see what he can do. And the last unit I will use an armor breaker, so we can armor break a unit and compare the damage and see how much damage he does with and without armor break. I think he's a pretty good monster for B10 as well if you do actually have him, because he does sap, and sap is very strong against the boss. He's actually pretty perfect for B10 now that you think about it, because he's quite tanky. If you have a variant Arthur, then he has a really strong leader skill, and his first skill hits quite hard against the normal mobs, and it's very hard for him to actually die. So if you're going in without any light units, he's pretty much perfect. Like he's like the perfect sapper. But yeah, if you have him, you like he'll carry you through a lot of things, and most people don't have him, so you know he is a light dark Nat 5. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna test him out and see what he can do. I gotta make sure not to slow down the game and stop the auto battle. Alright, we got 2 bees with so we can test out his damage on the bees. We can compare his damage on the bees. We're gonna hit this bee once without the armor break, and then we'll see how much damage he does. 7k. It should be 5 hits. Yeah, 5 hits of 7k, so that's like, it's like 35k. Half health. So that's pretty good. He's hitting a dark unit against dark unit. Yeah, dark units do have that crit lead as well, so should be pretty good. Alright, we're gonna finish this bee off just so it's not annoying. Whoops, that didn't work. No worries. I will be able to tank them. Alright, we'll hit the armor broken one now and see how much damage he can do to the armor broken one. I forgot to check his gems, but I think it's a crit double HP from the looks of it, because he is critting quite a lot, and that's probably the way I would gem him, because he's a dark monster. Unless you're going for a full dark team. Maybe if you're going for a full dark PvP team, you could gem him triple HP as well. But generally, he's already really tanky. You don't really need to give him 3 HP. Ooh, 13k a hit. Yeah, he is a beast. All right, he is definitely a beast. If he hits this, it's just gonna melt. 14k. From the looks of it, it's pretty high crit rate. It should be near 100%. We'll see how much damage he does with his second skill, because I think he has a decent amount of base attack as well, so the second skill should do a little bit of damage. And if it does actually land the sap, it's pretty threatening. We'll save his second skill for the next wave so we can like AoE it down. Good news is today we have 2 of these, so we can actually show them in more situations, because when I only get 1 run, there's a limit to how many things I can do. Or how many times we can see his skills and stuff. Alright, I'm gonna armor break one of the Minos. And then we can compare his damage with the armor break and without armor break. I don't remember exactly how many hits Arthur's do, but I remember it's quite a lot. It's like at least 8. Oh wait, it's not 8. It's like 5. Maybe it's 4. I can't count. But he does do 3 single target saps. Doesn't hit too hard because he is an aggressor. So he's a half aggressor built tanky. So his second skill is mainly there to land the saps. If you ever fight him with a low resist team, he's actually quite threatening. So I think he's actually quite strong against the attacker comps, because a lot of attacker comps don't have a lot of resist. They usually have very high crit. They kind of stack their crit up a little bit higher. So it's very hard to have both high resist and high crit, which means that he actually does provide some threat when he gets his bar full. But against aggressor comms, he's actually a lot weaker. He's more of a PvP monster, but you can use him for PvE if you really want to, because he does have a pretty nice sap, and you can use that for fighting golems B10 or pretty much any golems. Let's see if we can melt the boss. If I armor break the boss, and then just go in with a full combo. Oh, that's only 1 sap. Sad, sad. I think he will actually hit quite hard against the boss when it's armor broken. Still 13k a hit. I'm pretty sure he has 100% crit on this Arthur. It hasn't not crit a single time, so I think that's what's going on. You know, I've been thinking we should I should update my NCS playlist, because this is like, it's almost like a year old, and NCS has a lot of new songs now, so I can actually update it and put it in. I use a lot of free music because I don't want to get copyright strikes. And if he ever gets the retribution debuff, I think it's called retribution, right? Yeah, retribution debuff. He doesn't take any damage because he's an HP aggressor, not a defense one. So it's actually pretty good. I feel like he's stronger against the dark attacker comps, but not as strong against the aggressor comps. If you're comparing him to Dark Miho, if you're doing PvP. All right, we can use the other one. All right, so this one's Freddy's. It has a perfect lead, which is amazing. It's on an intuition set with, I guess, mostly just defense, crit damage, no resist, more HP, So I guess this one should hit harder. This one should definitely hit harder. But won't crit as much because it doesn't have like 100% crit. But that should be fine. Maybe I should switch it up. Pair him up with some sappers and then we can see if we can sap the golem to death. Alright, we'll go with a passive healer. Do I have a passive healer? I do have one. Where are my sappers? Water Miho. I don't think I have a lot of other random sap monsters. I do have Yuki, but I don't think she's gemmed up. Rep. Fire Purse. Rip. We're done. I guess we'll have to use an attacker. We'll use Water Mona. Guess we can use a different healer. My Water Siren's not gemmed up. I only have Dark Siren. I have no passive healer. She's my only one. Oh, this should heal him for a shit ton. Yeah, this, like, if you have it a Wood Mammoth and pair it up with like 3 aggressors, it should heal like a huge amount. I'm gonna use the HP lead with like all HP aggressors. This will be pretty sick. Actually, you might not even need a healer. But my third Dark Miho isn't gemmed up. So I guess we'll just have to go with this. Now I want to see how much Dark Siren would heal on him. Ooh, it's 22k. Yeah, like that's pretty insane. If you have like a Wood Mammoth, Wood Mammoth is farmable on the last map. You can heal quite a lot on him because the heal's based off of the ally's HP. I mean, my Miho is also Intuition set. If you compare the two's damage, I think his should be slightly higher, maybe. 9,000, 10,000. That's 3 hits, so he hit 7 times. I hit 30k, he hit 35k. Yeah, he does more damage than the Dark Miho, than a Super Evolved Dark Miho. So I think he's definitely a lot more threatening against attacker comps. And I think he's one of the harder counters to, like, if you're running a light attacker comp, which should be pretty popular because there's a lot of like light Phoenix going around. But then if you had like 2 light Phoenix, maybe even not. Like if you had an HP lead and a 2 light Phoenix hit him, he still might survive, you know. So I think he's quite strong. He's definitely really strong. He's like the Husbando version of Dark Miho. You know, I just wanted a chance to use Dark Siren again. I fucking love her. Like she's amazing. She's my second favorite monster now. A full aggressor comp used to be the way to do B10, but they made his HP a lot more and lowered his resistance to Golem's B10, so it's a lot more effective to use saps. But then again, like Dark Arthur is both a sapper and an aggressor, so you can do both those jobs pretty well. If you come in with like maybe another armor break monster, it could definitely work. And this way you don't need a light tank. Although I still kind of recommend using a light tank comp because you can raise some other sapper monsters that are a lot more obtainable. Because he has a light dark nat 5, so he's a lot harder to get. But there are some sappers like, you know, Water Miho, mainly Water Miho, but they're a lot easier to get and a lot easier to raise. Like, if you compare what it takes to get a like a variant light dark nat 5 Evo 3, and this one's even perfect lead as well, so like it's pretty amazing. Oh, I really wish buffs would, like, if you auto, I really wish that buffs would come down before they attack. And that would be amazing. That would make so many like offensive buffs really strong, like dominance and SP boost, like from Dark Cura and all that stuff. I like healers with offensive heals like that, or offensive buffs. I think that's what I really like. That wasn't a really fast run because I was actually testing out a lot of things. But yeah, like Dark Arthur is pretty sweet. Is pretty damn strong if you can get one. It's unfortunate that for spotlight videos I can't show them off in PvP, but I can imagine them being quite strong, because like if you imagine like a Dark Miho and then it does like 15% more damage on his first skill, like that's a lot of threat, especially if you put it on defense. And maybe it's not as good as on offense because you're fighting tanks, but on defense it's pretty good. Because everybody's like running attackers, and he actually might be, he can probably counter like a lot of the light attackers as well, because he could probably tank 2 hits from them. Anyways, that is pretty much it for this spotlight video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And wait one sec. If you want me to spotlight your monster, I have a link below to my Discord channel. Send me a private message on Discord and add me to your friends list, and I will put you in a queue. Like, the queue is actually a little bit long. I'm trying to go down the list as fast as I can. And a lot of people kind of forgot and changed their reps and stuff, but usually I go down the list and I check and see if anyone is available, and then I do a monster spotlight. So if you want me to do a monster spotlight of one of your monsters, send me a private message on Discord. That's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.